Hi everyone, Happiest Hatter here again with another Disney YouTube video. I'm really excited about today's videos because we're going to be talking about my favorite underrated Disney things. Movies, characters, animals, the whole shebang. Now this is a really fun Disney tag that's been going around in the YouTube community, and some of my favorite Disney YouTubers such as Walt Life, Salt Life, and Miss Disney Mama have already done this tag. So if you like this kind of content, definitely go ahead and check out their channels. They're really awesome. I personally was not tagged to do this. I just decided to because I'm really excited and I want to share all my opinions and with you. I think it's a really fun topic. So without further ado, let's dive on in. So my first question I'm supposed to answer is what my favorite underrated Disney movie is. And that without a doubt is Treasure Planet. Every time I mention Treasure Planet, people are like, Treasure Planet what? Treasure Planet who? What is this Treasure Planet? And it's cool is what it is. It's a cool movie. It takes place in space. There's space pirates. There's space whales, space surfing, a cool little blobby pink thing that like turns into and morphs into different characters. It's fun. It's a really good movie. It has great character development and it's visually astounding. Great movie. Definitely take the time to watch it if you haven't. The next question will be, what is the most underrated Disney movie that is not my favorite? And I'm cheating because this is another one of my favorites, and that's Atlantis. Atlantis is an amazing movie. Again, visually beautiful. The characters, there's a whole cast of characters that's so easily to fall in love with. Cookie, and who is the cook, and that really cool rad mechanic girl that I can never remember the name of, but I really like her, and Milo. The whole cast is just, it's so easy to fall in love with them because they're great characters. And again, the setting for the movie is really pretty as well. The whole plot, it's so fun to follow. It's great. Definitely watch that one as well if you haven't, because it's one of my faves. Let's see. Now, my favorite underrated Disney character. And that's easy, because this is my favorite Disney character of all time. And that is Esmeralda. Ever since I was a little girl, I was toting around my Esmeralda doll. I had Esmeralda sheets, cups, plates, everything Esmeralda. She was my favorite, and she still is. I'm still an Esmeralda girl. I think she's a beautiful, strong female role, and I really think she's underrated. You don't see her much in the parks at all, on merch at all. I love her, and she's my fave. Let's see, my favorite underrated Disney animal is Toulouse. He's one of the 3 kittens from Aristocats, and by no means do I think Aristocats is an underrated Disney film at all. I know it's super popular, but all of the merchandise has to do with Marie. Literally everything is Marie, and the other 2 kittens are just left out, I feel, and Toulouse is my favorite. He's the little orange kitten that's an artist and paints with his little paws, and he's also a little rambunctious, and I think he's fun. So he's my favorite underrated Disney animal. My favorite underrated Disney song is Why Should I Worry from Oliver and Company. It's a good song, and I hear it nowhere. I never hear it. And it's so much fun. All the dogs are dancing and pouncing on the cars and singing and howling to you, and it gets you moving. It's a really good song, and it's my favorite underrated Disney song. My favorite underrated Disney album of all time, without a doubt, with my whole heart, is Hunchback of Notre Dame, okay? From Somewhere Out There to God Help the Outcast, which is my favorite song, Hellfire. It's all really, really beautiful and good music. It's very underrated, which is surprising, but very, very good. That whole movie, it's amazing, but the music itself is what makes that movie, so that's why it's my favorite album. Now, my favorite underrated Disney live action, it's actually the live action version of 101 Dalmatians. I just thought when I was a kid, I loved seeing the little cartoons basically be reimagined and made into real puppies. I'm like, yes, all the real puppies. I want all of them. And it was fun, and I really, really loved watching that as a kid. So that's why it's my favorite live action. My favorite underrated Disney villain is Bowler Hat Guy. Bowler Hat Guy from Meet the Robinsons. I just think his lanky character design, and I just think he's so funny and interesting to watch, and I really love that movie. So he's my favorite Disney underrated villain. My favorite underrated princess is Pocahontas. I think we can all agree that Pocahontas is completely underrated and a great, great character that Disney created and then just kind of put in the shadows. And she is a Disney princess, so I feel like she definitely deserves some more recognition in parks and merch and just all around, because she is amazing and just a great role model, and I really love her. Let's see, my favorite underrated Disney couple, I actually couldn't pick, so I'm going to mention two, but they're both from the same movie. They're from the Extremely Goofy movie, and I love PJ and Beret Girl, who I actually found out her name is Mochaccino. I never knew she had a name, but I love them together when she's all like talking her poetry, and he comes in all like, I understand what you're talking about, girl, let's be together. And she's like, okay, cool cat. And they're just, I think they make such a cute couple. And my other favorite couple, of course, is Sylvia and Goofy. I think the way they just grew their relationship, and I think is beautiful, and how they helped each other become who they needed to be. And the disco scene is so much fun. So those are my two favorite Disney couples, who are super underrated, by the way. My favorite Disney sequel that's underrated is, I don't know if it counts as a sequel, but I'm going to. It's Beauty and the Beast's Enchanted Christmas. And it takes place in the middle of the first movie, technically, when Bella's still in the castle around Christmas time with the Beast before he transformed. And it's a really sweet movie because they're still falling in love, and there's a beautiful story about like a Christmas angel. I just remember really loving that as a kid, so that's why that's my favorite. It brings back a lot of good childhood memories. So my favorite, let's see. Oh, that was the last question. That was it. We did it. Those were all my favorite underrated Disney things. I know that was so fast. I was so ready to share more with you, but that was it. So I'm happy that we got to share that with you today. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Definitely hit that like button and subscribe if you love this content. And I will see you next time. You have a magical day, friends.